Namo Buddhaya. So glad to see so many of you. How many of you are first time here? No, I thought some brothers behind are first time here. Good to see everyone on this beautiful Sunday. And we have, look at our youths also. They are doing some good deeds to help others as well. My next question, how many of you attended the previous two talks by Sister Paru as well as Brother Ananda? So quite about half didn't attend. So this is your first time, Brother Te? Yes, okay, very good. So I'll just briefly go through what has been shared in the past two sessions. Thank you, Sister. Thank you, Sister Eng Hun also, for briefly explain the two sessions. For this year, our theme for Vesak, we started with Peace Begins With Me. So when we think of peace, what comes to your mind? Peace. Sister? Calm. Feeling calm. So how does it make us feel calm? No agitation. Yeah? No agitation, you feel calm. But this calmness comes from where? Our mind, right? So, but what state of mind that makes us calm? Safe. Yeah, safe. Secured. No worries, yes. Happy? Yeah. So this state of mind that makes us calm is actually free from greed, hatred, and delusion. When our mind is free from this greed, hatred, and delusion, these defilements, it actually makes us calm, makes us peaceful. If not, then it will be very agitated, it will be very worrying, thinking a lot. So how do we understand this greed, hatred, and delusion? In the first session, Sister Paru actually run through with us the greed, hatred, and delusion. Greed, hatred, and delusion, sometimes when we think of it, right, we actually think very, greed, I wanting a lot, or hatred, I hate a person so much, I hate this situation so much, why make me so embarrassed in this situation? So a lot of anger, right? Actually, greed, hatred, and delusion, it has its subtleness, very low level, very low degree, and then it can be higher, middle, or it can be very severe. So there are different levels, how we feel. Right. That was run through by Sister Paru in terms of greed can be just liking. Yeah, I just like it. Or I want it. It's very subtle. But when it comes to covetousness, it means the degree of wanting is so strong that sometimes we can take action, we can say things that hurt people or hurt ourselves. So there are different levels. As for greed, it can be, I just feel discomfort. I just feel dislike. Or it can be very hating until I want to kill the person. I want to kill that cockroach. That type of, the degree of hatred. So there are subtleness, very a little bit higher, and the strong level of greed, hatred, and delusion. Delusion, a lot of non-understanding, no understanding, no wisdom. Yeah, cannot discern what is right and what is wrong to do. So that is how we started with this great hatred and delusion in order to have our peace of mind. Yeah? So today, okay, let me see. For this series, we will have Series number 1, we were talking about basic explanation, which was run through by Sister Paru on the 4th of August, which I just shared, very, very simple. Second one is the roots, how the roots affecting our karma, by Brother Ananda. He related to this anger, this greed, hatred and delusion, how it affect our karma. Our karma in the sense of the actions through our speech, thoughts and action. If we do a lot of, because of this greed, hatred and delusion, we take the wrong action. We say the wrong thing and it becomes very hurting and it can become very harmful as well. So, because of understanding, then we will avoid this unwholesome karma, unwholesome action, speech and thoughts. That was relating to karma, and Brother Ananda actually have a very elaborated explanation on karma. Okay, today I'm not going to talk about it, but just very important, our speech, action and thoughts, whether wholesome or unwholesome, affect our karma and affect our life and the lives of others. Okay. And today, the third session, we are talking about social significance of the roots. Social significance of the roots. Social significance. Just now, when we chanted the well-beings, we talk about interpersonal well-being, and it creates harmony, right? It creates social harmony. So with these roots, it's actually by understanding these roots of greed, hatred and delusion, it actually helps us to have harmony in our society, in ourselves first. It always starts with us. Then only it will go out to the surrounding, our people surrounding us, the society surrounding us, the community surrounding us, just like all of us here in this Nalanda society, community. And the next one we'll be talking about, since these roots are not good, it's unwholesome. Roots of this greed, hatred and delusion are unwholesome, and it affects badly our life. So how can we remove it? That is more important. The solution to it, removal of the unwholesome roots. And the next one, removal through mindfulness. Mindfulness is very important because it helps us to discern also, this is bad. I'm mindful of it and I stop it. I stop it and I give it up. Right? Mindfulness. And finally, what is, when we learn the Dharma, when we practice the Dharma, what is our goal? So, have this goal in mind. What is our goal? Our goal is to have the ultimate bliss of happiness. And this ultimate bliss of happiness only comes from fully eradication of greed, hatred, and delusion. So that is our final goal. So when we start with this, and then we will end with this. Okay? Let's continue. The the Four Noble Truths. The first truth, the Buddha explained to us, that is dissatisfactory. And what are the reasons for our dissatisfaction? Aging. When we are birthed, we have birth, then we will start to have aging. We have illness, we have death. All these follow through. And because of this birth, aging, illness, death, right? So we separated with our loved ones. So we have sadness. We are dissatisfied. We suffer mentally. We suffer physically because of the birth, aging, illness, and death. Because we departed from our dear one. So because of this also, it affects us. And we have this greed, hatred, and delusion comes into play. Why? I don't want aging. So we push. The greed is, I don't want. I don't want aging. I don't want to have illness, because illness bring me unhappiness, bring me suffering. I don't want. I don't want death. Because why? I still want to stay with my loved ones. Oh, my children, I love them so much. My spouse, I love them so much. I don't want to depart with them. So we have all this suffering. So this suffering, when we know of this suffering, this pull and push factor will come in. I don't want. I want them. I want to be with them. I want the love with them. I don't want them to die. I don't want to be old. Right? So all these come in. So in order to have this peace, in this sutta, Anguttara Nikaya 5.57, the Buddha actually advised us to have these reflections, the 5 reflections. What are these 5 reflections? Reflect on, I am subject to aging, every one of us. Why do we age? Because we are born. If we are not born, we are not here, then no aging, right? So I'm subject to aging. I'm not gone beyond that because I'm still a normal person. I'm subject to illness. If I see my sore throat because I eat a lot of chocolate. Yesterday, a lot of people give me chocolate. Eat a lot of cakes, eat a lot of children. So this is suffering, right? So I'm subject to illness as well, right? I've not gone beyond illness. Contemplate. I'm subject to death. When we have birth, death is bound to be. It's just a matter of when, how, and where, right? So I'm subject to death. Have not gone beyond that. I must be parted and separated from my loved ones. Not only my loved ones, those things, material things that are dear to me. Oh, this item is given by my mother, example. Oh, I love it so much because of my mother. So I pressure this item so much. I don't want to give it away. So the feeling is there. Okay, I don't want. I want it and I don't want to give it up. So the Buddha in this sutta said, I must be parted and separated from all that is clear, dear and appealing to me. Think about that. Contemplate on that. So it sometimes is good that we let go. We let go, then we have peace. Because the greed, the hatred, and the delusion, the roots are not there. Okay? So letting go also helping us to have peace. And the next one, five daily contemplations that the Buddha advised us to always think about it, always contemplate on it, and slowly understand it and help us to understand the nature of life, right? The nature of impermanence, the nature of dukkha, and also the I. Right? The 5th one, okay, is the karma. So what is it relating to karma? He said, I am the owner of my actions, heir to my actions, born of my actions, related through my actions, and have actions as my arbitrator. I am born in which condition is because of what I have done before. My karma, my intention through my speech, thoughts, and actions that I have done in my past. In my past can be previous life, and it can be the past in this life. Yesterday, day before, last week. So that is also past, what I have done. So I'm the owner of my actions, heir to my actions, born of my actions. I'm here because of my karma. So we have to contemplate on this. So whatever I do, for good or evil, to that will I fall heir. If I do good, good will follow me. If I do evil, then evil will follow me. Will follow me as the shadow that follows me anywhere. Right? Okay, so in this sutta, Kalama Sutta, I think everyone heard before, right? Kalama Sutta? Yeah, but when we think of Kalama Sutta, right, always what comes into mind? Oh, the Buddha say, don't listen, just listen, because if it's traditional, it's tradition. Don't just take it because it's everyone believe in it. Don't just believe in it just because it's a legend. Or it's just hearsay. People say, so I believe. Or it is taught by teacher. So I just believe. The Buddha always say, we go to investigate it. Right? Investigate, test on it, check on it, experience with it, then only we believe it. Then only we say, oh, this is true. If I do bad, then the bad things will fall on me. The bad things will follow me. If I do good, then the good will follow me. So when we talk about Kalama Sutta, that first thought always comes to us. But inside the Kalama Sutta, this is very important teaching by the Buddha. The Buddha say, when he advised, talk to the Kalamas people, when the Kalama asked the Buddha, so there are so many teachers come to us and they preach their own teaching and they say that their teachings is correct, but their teachings vary. So which one shall we follow? Then the Buddha talked to them. Kalamas. This is one of the conditions the Buddha shared with them. He said, Kalamas, a person who is greedy, hating and deluded, overpowered by greed, hatred and delusion. His thoughts controlled by them, and he take life, and take what is not given, indulge in sexual misconduct, telling lies. He will also prompt others to do so. Not just I do, but I will say, hey, come lah, let's go and do this. Right? He will prompt others to do it likewise. So he asked them, will that conduce to harm, suffering for a long time? Will it? Yes, all right. So yes, Venerable Sir. So the Buddha in this sutta asked them this. If we do bad, will we have suffering? Will we harm ourselves and at the same time also harm others? Then yes, say yes. In this Kalamas answer yes. So if overpowered our mental, our mind, overpowered by greed, hatred and delusion, then harm will follow, harm and suffering will be experienced by us and experienced by others. Then it continues, I say, and all things, and these things means the action of killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, lying, these unwholesome actions, speech and thoughts, you say, are these wholesome or unwholesome? If it's done, is it blamable or blameless? Or censured or praised by the wise? Is it? These are unwholesome. So, what do you think? If these things are done, these actions are carried out, are these wholesome, blamed by the wise, or censured by the wise? Ask them. Then the Buddha, after they say, oh, yes. Then the Buddha continued, he said, undertaken and practiced, these things lead to harm and suffering. But, he said, but when we ourselves know these things are unwholesome, blamable by the wise, or even normal, even people, censured by the wise, and if undertaken and practiced, they will lead to harm and danger. So if we know, if we do this one will lead to harm and danger. Do we still continue to do it? No. Then the Buddha said, no. Then if it's no good, it leads to harm and danger, then give him up. Give them up. Okay. Give them up. So give up what? Greed, hatred, and delusion. Yeah? Give up this greed, hatred, and delusion. This is in this Kalama Sutta, Anguttara Nikaya 3.65. You can go back and read the detail of it, yeah? Very interesting sutta. Okay, so why do we give up the roots of evil? Since the Buddha in the earlier sutta say, if it's lead to suffering, give them up. So why give up? Okay. And in this sutta, Anguttara Nikaya 3.7, this is a conversation between Venerable Ananda and Channa. Channa is one of the wandering ascetic. Because during the Buddha's time, there are Buddha's followers and there are also other wandering ascetics. They are the followers of other teachers, right? So one of these ascetic, by the name of Channa, he met with Venerable Ananda and he asked, he said, Venerable Ananda, do you advocate giving up greed, hatred, and delusion? He asked him. So do we advocate, do you teach to give up this greed, hatred, and delusion? Then Ananda replied to him, friend, a person who is greedy, hating, and deluded, overpowered by greed, hatred, and delusion, his thoughts controlled by them, controlled by this greed, controlled by this hatred. And with that, it aims at his own harm, others' harm, the harm of both. Because when action is done, they're supposed to have two parties, I cannot be saying to myself, doing it to myself. But when I do it, meaning there is a third party, a second party, a third party, or many, many parties. So it is a two-direction. Others are involved. So I harm myself, and at the same time, I harm others. I harm both of them. And when harm arises, it affects mental. It affects physical, but more importantly, it affects the mental. That mental pain, mental sadness will arise. Say, example, if I shout at you, I say very unfair words, very unkind words to you. When I say it out, right, before I say out, my mind is already not sound already, because overcome by greed, overcome by hatred, right? So when I say it out, you also will feel it, correct? So, this Sister Kahong say these unkind words to me. So you also will feel agitated, right? You will feel also, angry, anger. See, one day I will revenge. Correct? So this mind will come. And it will affect you, correct? Mentally affected. So when we every time say, mentally affected, if it's bad one, mentally affected, then revenge. Okay, I will do it to you. You just wait and see. Just wait and see, Yeah. So that mental hatred mind, the greedy mind, that I will do it to you as well. This mind will come to you. I hurt myself first. I hurt the others as well. And if it's a bigger group, then more and more people will be affected. Right? Yeah. So then he continued. He said, he said, but when greed, hatred, delusion are given up, he will not aim at his own harm, nor at the harm of others, nor at the harm of both. And he will not suffer pain, grief in the mind. In our current situation, we also can see a lot of killing here and there, a lot of bombing here and there. Because of what? Because of greed. Greed of what? Power, right? Wanting more power, wanting more wealth, wanting more territory, right? Wanting more respect from others, but respect shouldn't be coming from that, right? So a person who is greedy, hating and deluded, overpowered by greed, hatred, and delusion, his thoughts control them. And because of the thoughts control them, he will lead an evil way of life through speech, through his action, and through his thoughts. So he does not truly understand what's for their own good and the good of others and the good of others, of both. Yeah. So example, Emperor Asoka. Talk about the history. So talk about present. Sometimes it's very sensitive. So talk about Emperor Asoka. Emperor Asoka also wanting power, right? Wanting more and more land, wanting more and to increase his land as an emperor. This is what he wants. Without thinking much, he wants more. He wants more power. But as he did that, one time, that particular incident, the war at the Kalinga War, he suddenly saw, after the war, there are so many people, horses. Last time they use horse. They don't use tanker, they don't use nuclear, right? So they use horses, all live, elephants, human, on foot as well. But he saw so many people lying, and he asked himself, he suddenly awake, and he asked himself, what have I done? What have I done that cost the lives of so many people, that caused this devastated state, that so many lives are taken? And that from that onwards, he followed up. I mean, he was taught by the monk, his teacher, the monk. He became a monk for a while to understand what is the real nature of life. And then later on, he became a good Buddhist king. And he helped a lot because he understood and he repented. Luckily, he repented. If not, more and more people will be hurt. And the Dharma will not be spreaded over our area here, right? The Swana Bhumi, as well as to the east, to the Middle East, that side. So it's also because of his realization. Because of his realization, and he realized what harm he had done, what suffering he had done for others. Then he realized it, and he changed it, and because of Dharma, he changed it, and he helped others, and he helped us also by spreading the Dharma to the 9 regions, to the 9 missionaries. Yeah. So we also grateful to him as well. Okay? So, by understanding that, they say, but when greed, hatred, and delusion are given up, he will not lead an evil way of life in deeds, thoughts, and words. And he will truly understand what's their own good. Their own good means actually what's the own good and the good of others and the good of both. Meaning, if I understand the good in me, that means without hatred, without greed, without hatred, without delusion, I have contentment. I have love for others. I understand the life, right? The good. And others also have their own good. They also want happiness. They also want peace. They also don't want to have suffering as well. So understanding that, I want to be good, you also want to be good, so let us have the goodness together. So avoiding all this greed, hatred, and delusion. And so delusion is the destroyer of sight, vision, and knowledge. It blocks wisdom and leading not to extinguishment. So by the understanding of this greed, hatred, delusion, the bad thing of it, the bad effect of it, then once we become more decent, then we will bring happiness not only to ourselves, but to others. And that is also leading to extinguishment. We will reach our goal of happiness, and this happiness is eradication of greed, hatred, and delusion. Okay. So how to do it? Is the way to eradicate this greed, hatred, and delusion, these defilements, is to follow the Noble Eightfold Path. So in this Anguttara Nikaya 3.71, which Venerable Ananda spoke to Channa, advised Channa, this is the way. for eradication of defilements. And this is the way to happiness. Okay, so now talking about this greed, hatred, and delusion, understanding the negative part of it, right? So we also have the positive part of it, and that is the non-greed, non-hatred, and non-delusion. So by non-greed means we live a more contented life. Just now remember the principle, the 4 principles of living. We live simple, we live in modesty, we live in simplicity. So we are more contented. More contented, so we reduce our greed. We are more easily contented. Yeah, not wanting too much. So long as I feel comfortable, good enough. I feel have enough food, good enough, right? And also we in the 4 principle, we also said serene mind. Yeah, we live with serenity. Yeah. Once we without this greed, hatred, and delusion, then we will be calm because we are more peaceful. We are more peaceful in the sense that we don't think so much. Our mental state is more calm. We don't think so much of wanting. Oh, I want to have LV bag. I want to have, now I drive Toyota. I want to have a BMW, right? So by having that thoughts, right, just one thought, but you will have to, I will find more business. I will find more customers. So all these things will come in, correct? So will we have peace of mind? No, it will affect our mind because we cannot be contented. And also living in accordance to the Dhamma. In accordance to Dhamma, with contentment, with more loving kindness, more compassion, right, more understanding. Yeah. So from there, right, we will be more peaceful. Okay. So for us, we talk about today the social significance of the roots. Just now, general. Okay. Now we focus on social significance. When we talk about social significance, what comes to your mind? Impact, okay. But what are the social relates to? Social, community, family, friends, a workplace, very good. Someone, what sister said, workplace. If wider, we talk about countries and countries. Malaysia and Singapore, our neighbor countries. We talk about countries, right? And we talk about our teachers, teachers and pupils, teachers and students. So these in terms of a wider community. Wider world. Why? Because we are all connected. Everyone are interconnected. There is interconnectedness among everyone, all beings. We have, first of all, we have parents, children, husband and wife. If we are in business, employment, we bound to have employer, a customer, supplier. If not, the company cannot survive also. If you don't climb, no business, right? So, between countries, country to country, environment also. Global environment, global warming also affecting the environment of the whole world. Government, the government and the countrymen, statesmen and countrymen, teachers, students, employers, employees. All these are interconnected. And one more thing is very important. We thinking about ourselves. At any one point of time, we are the combination of all. True or not? Right? Now I'm Lim Ka Hong. I mean just but I'm also a wife. I'm also a mother. I'm also a grandmother. I'm also a friend. I'm also a volunteer. Yeah? I'm also a customer when I buy food. I'm also a supplier when I provide my service. I'm also countryman of Malaysia. I'm a Malaysian, but when I moved to Thailand, then I'm a Thai, right? So, countryman. I'm also a teacher. I'm also a student, right? I'm also employee as well as an employer. So one person, actually, we are not one. We are interconnected with different position, different relationship. Right? So this is the interconnectedness of beings. And also very important, our environment. If we protect our environment, the environment will protect us. If we don't, then the ice will start to melt and it will flood the whole world, right? Or all the trees are chopped down, fire will arise because it's too hot. Environment. It's between all the animals have no place to stay, they will come to our house. Suddenly you see a snake in your house. Right? There are cases nowadays, snake in the house. Monitor in the house. I experienced that. Monitor came to my house. A long monitor, so big. So because we take over their environment, so they will share our environment. Yeah. So interconnectedness. Thinking of that, how it affects us. Because of power, because of wealth. So sometimes we forget. And especially those in bigger power for the country, or for the country, for the officers, companies, is influential. Yeah, the person is influential, okay, dominating. So if this person, right, they are dominating, they will have overpower. They will have a lot of impact over the environment, over the people surrounding them. If these influential people, they act, they speak with kindness, non-greed, non-hatred, with a lot of understanding, then what do you think? Will the environment will be good or bad? Peaceful or turmoil? Yeah, it'll be good, right? Because these top people, say the influential people, if they are wholesome, if they are wholesome, they are having a lot of kindness, they are having a lot of generosity, so they will think of others as well. Say, example, an employer. Okay, the employer, of course, as an employer, they want to earn money. If not, they cannot have the company. They cannot have, no point set up the business. It's correct, it's true to earn, to have more business, have more money. But so long as this money is earned through with integrity, is earned through with correct livelihood, no hurting others, not through killing, not through lying, no cheating, yeah, not scam, not cheating, right, and not through bluffing. Okay. Then, if it's properly set up, the business is properly earned, and this money that's earned is spread together with all the employee, because one person cannot do a lot of things. They need a team of people to be able to set up the company, to be able to have the business to set up and to continue the accounts, the legal, secretarial, all have to come into totality. So if this person who owns it, who have the power over it, have a lot of kindness, then you will take care of the employees as well. Employees earning sufficient, have sufficient income, they will be very happy to work. They will be very happy to do what is necessary for the company in order for the company to flourish. They won't steal. They no need to, take the company, decipher the company's money away, right? They will do it very properly also. Because why? They are also well taken care of. Employer, employees. So when they are taken care of, they will do their best to help the company to grow, because they also benefit from that. I share with you one that I know. This person started after Form 5, started with this company. And this company's boss, took him like son, treated him like son. From a young boy, right? Young boy, grow, and until he has his own children, sending his children for education. This boss, not only in the company, right, treat him well, taking care of his income, his whatever bonuses or whatever, taking care of the children's education, send his children overseas, pay for him, pay for the children, and send them and buy new house, give money to him to buy new house. I mean support, right? Never see such good boss. Of course, this employee pay back, taking good care of the boss also, right? Taking care of the business, of his welfare. Love him as his father. Treat him as his father. Until the father, this employer passed away. So that is how the relationship. This is the good relationship, taking care of with love, with care, a lot of understanding, not only for him, but for the family as well. Another true story also. This lady, true story, this lady, right, also a businesswoman, very stingy, and very reserved, don't like to talk to people. And why don't like to talk to people? Because in the mind, right, a lot of doubts on the person. Will you take my money? Will you cheat me? Will you follow me? So a lot of doubts and unwholesome thoughts. Until the stage, right, she didn't treat the people well. Even the children, right, having tuition, he will also sit beside the teacher, the tuition teacher and the daughter. She will sit there. Why? To make sure that the tuition teacher teach the children well. Doubt, suspicion, right? So that is very unwholesome. There is no trust. Trust is a very wholesome thoughts, very wholesome. With the trust, right, a lot of good things will be done. So this lady has no trust for any other people. Until a stage, the employees were so angry with her. The hatred came in. The greed came in. Because why? We take care of you. Your business we do for, of course you say you pay me salary, but the salary is so meager, not even sufficient for me to carry out. But one day, must be in the mind for so long, it cannot be just overnight. She loves to boil soup. This boss loves to boil soup and drink soup. And you know what? The employer put some poison in the soup. That spike. But the spike cannot become up one party. It has to be dual. Right? So there is the good and the bad side. Okay, we can do good. But the bad one, greed, hatred, delusion, actually cause a lot of harm. Right? So that is a true story. Okay, it happened. So the use of violence. So sometimes because of power, because of wanting, because of anger, these three roots of evil have very dreadful repercussions on society as causes of cruelty and the infliction of suffering don't talk far, sometimes domestic violence, domestic abuse, sometimes husband and wife, normally it's a husband is, sorry to say, but because of the force, the men, most I won't say all, these men, right, those who have domestic abuse, they're having a lot of greed, hatred. And all these come out from their delusion, their ignorance. So they can harm their wife, harm their children, and end up they harm themselves also. Some of them, they can kill their wife, kill their children, and then they kill themselves. We also read before cases in the newspaper. Right? So there is the repercussion of greed, hatred, and delusion. Yeah. So the Buddha speaks of these three as motives for unrestrained use of power, and the many examples of the use of political power, if we are talking about politics, in a ruler's abuse of power, whether in time of war against the country's enemy or in peacetime for their own population. Sometimes a king who is unfair will only think of himself and not taking care of their countrymen. King Bimbisara, heard before? Yeah, King Bimbisara. He was a very good king, and a follower of the Buddha. Virtuous, taking care of their people. But his son, Prince Ajatasattu, wasn't. He wasn't the follower of Buddha. He was very good to Devadatta. So Devadatta, evil mind, right? A lot of evil mind. He didn't follow, Prince didn't follow the Buddha, so didn't follow the right Dharma. He learned the Adharma. He learned not the correct way. So end up, because of power, to get the throne faster. The father still around, so he cannot be the king. He had to wait for the father to pass away, then only he can be the king. So out of all this greed and hatred, he killed the father in order to get the throne, in order to be throned as the king. But was he respectful? No, because in this case, right, he actually become the king because of killing, because of the greed, because of the hatred. And if you will read through, right, how he treated his father was very, very cruel. Not a normal person should do. Yeah. So he did that. Why? Out of wanting power. Wanting power. So if a king, right? After that he became a king. So he realized his errors, his mistakes also. And he later on also he get the advice from the Buddha and learn to be better. But end of the day, karma. He was killed by his own son, his prince. So that is karma, right? You kill your father, so you are killed by your own son in order to get to be thrown also as king. Karma. Whatever we do, the bad or the good, it will follow us. Right? During the Buddha's time, the Buddha also the Buddha always talk to us of 10 wholesome actions, 10 wholesome deeds, meritorious deeds. He also gave advice to the king. The king's qualities, at least I also mentioned about 10 qualities for the king. I cannot remember all the 10, but I know generosity, must be generous, must have sila. Sila is very important for anyone, whether it's countryman or the king or Arya. Sila is very important. Sila must have metta. You don't have this kindness, right? How can you love your countrymen? How can you love your people right? Must have the metta, must have patience, must have patience, must have equanimity. Everyone is equal in my country, everyone. Must not get angry, anger, so must not get angry, must not have this cruel heart. So he also have a lot of advice to the king, because a lot of kings also come to get his advice. And his follower, King Bimbisara, King Pasenadi, a lot of kings also come, big, small king also come get his advice. Okay, so when we talk about that, right, so sometimes motivated by greed, hatred, and delusion, so these powerful people, wanting power people, because of greed of territory, wealth, economy, dominance, political supremacy, now we see a lot, but to make the war popular among their own people. When they want to instill a war, right, what they need to do? Instill anger in people. When they instill anger, right, if no instilling, they are doing bad to us. They are taking our country. No, they are not. They are take away our things. They take away our resources. So you instilling all these angry words, angry thoughts, right? Then this anger will arouse. And sometimes we think, right? Why this is wrongdoings? Why these people want to follow? Sometimes we think, because this instillation of anger, of greed, already influencing them. So these people also have these mental states. So when the powerful people say, "Come, let's go and get back. Come, let's go and revenge," they will follow. The mind is already deluded already. It's very, very dangerous. So sometimes because of one people's thoughts, it can affect a lot of people. Because of this greed, hatred, and delusion. So just now I mentioned already, our society, we have the smaller one, teachers, our parents, our environment here, our parents, our family, husband, wife, employer. So this is our smaller community. But it is important. If we want to have this harmony, then everyone have this in mind. Greed, hatred, and delusion is the cause of disharmony, is the cause of conflicts among the people, is the cause of instilling hate among the people. So it's very important for us to rid of this greed, hatred, and delusion, the roots of this greed, hatred, and delusion, and overcome it by contentment, overcome it by love, compassion, overcome it by understanding. So the effects of these roots of greed, hatred, and delusion, just now we mentioned a bit, like fighting, conflicting, scolding, killing, stealing, using harsh words, using unkind words, lying, bullying, sexual abuse, wanting easy money. So, a lot of scam. And sometimes people get lazy because why? Wanting easy money, fast money, so they become lazy to work, right? They don't use their own effort to earn the rightful income. And lately, very sadly also, we heard a lot of school bullying, bullying in the school. Young children, below 12 years old, they started to have this attitude of bullying their other friends, the newly comers. To them, they want to show their power. They want to show their superiority. I'm older than you. You are just newcomer. So they have this attitude of wanting to put the person down. So sometimes they cannot. They don't know. By doing that, they are hurting the young children's mind. When the young children, right, affected continuously, they will be influenced. Sometimes they dare not say it out. They're scared, if I say out, you will hit me more, right? You will revenge me more. So by doing so, right, they keep to themselves. They dare not say out. End of the day, what they do? They just take their own life. It's very sad. It's very sad, yeah. So this type of the attitude, the children's attitude, the children's behavior, it starts from where? It starts from family. So it's the family, the parents among the siblings, the teaching. And learning the Dharma, yeah. A lot of you are parents of the Dharma school children. That is very blessed because your children learn the right thing. And you yourself also learn the right Dharma. And when you go back, right, the family actually sharing the right Dharma. So we know what is right and we learn and practice the right Dharma. That is very, very wholesome and very blessed. I can see, like Sister Bipo, see all the 3 lovely girls, right? Now they have become so good girls. When they become good girls, they are what? They are the good people of the society. And they will bring peace, they will bring harmony, goodness, happiness to the people wherever they go, wherever they work, or their friends, right? So that is the effect, the good side of the good side of this goodness. Yeah, like sister also, your good, the children, almost all of you, so that is very blessed. So I really hope all these children, the parents of the children and the children who are not in Dharma, they can come also and learn what is right. And if they know, oh, this is right, and I have done something not very right, then they can correct. And then that will be very good to the society. A lot of all these things, right, will not, this unhappiness, this suffering effects, right, will not happen. No doubt they just take their life. But to the parents, to the family, this is unforgettable. You know? And it's very, the grief and the suffering, yeah. So this is effects of these roots. Yeah, so family, domestic abuse. This is a good one. So like, can see lah. All of you having this happy family, yeah. Happy family with a lot of respect, with a lot of gratitude, learning the good things. Study hard by not cheating. This study hard, right? Good result, right? Is through their own effort and their own understanding. When they really get this degree, this master through their own, it's through real understanding. It's not through cheating to pay money to get the certificate, right? So it's through real understanding. They can proudly tell, this is my degree. Right? This is my knowledge that I earned through my study. Right? And they can be a contributor to the society. Among friends. These are you, these are all of you here. Can recognize. I cannot put every one of you here. If not, I will put all of you here. Then the next time when I have this presentation, I will show this picture. Sister, after take a photo, yeah. So show everyone here happy, joyful, peaceful, with a real heart, real sincerity. Yeah. And this friend, the Buddha say, there are these friends that we should avoid. If we know, then we should avoid. Those who are lip service, just tell you something just to make you happy. But sometimes behind you, right, they will backbiting. And sometimes they teach you to do bad things. these bad friends lead you to do some killing, do lying, right? Also go for unwholesome activities, say words also not so good, right? Sharing also words also not very kind, not very pleasant, right? So these are the Buddha also say avoid. Employer, employee, just now I shared already. I would like to share one story. I also, this girl, right, that I know of, also young girl, but is a lady boss, but the lady boss treat her like daughter also. Treat her as daughter, come in, send her overseas for training, everything paid off every time, right? But you see, our mind, our mental state, despite all this goodness that the employer shared with her, but because of one misunderstanding, out of greed, and they just broke off. The employer really treated her so well, like daughter, and she also, of course, as a young girl, reciprocate, learn whatever needed. But because of one small incident, which if just can say it out and share it out, then it can be solved, and the relationship will be continued. But because of greed of money greed, then the relationship just totally cut off. So you see, these roots of greed, hatred, and delusion is so harmful. It can be overnight because of that money. Excuse me, Have you all heard of this one millionaire doctor, surgeon? A real life story. This one I read about this article. This man, young man, because all started young, we have to study and then come out to work. Yeah. So this young man is a studied doctor, the normal doctor. Then when he came out, right, he was under houseman, learning in the hospital, but of course, earn not much. So after that, right, he finished his contract already, the few years requirement. Then he wanted to come out on his own so that he can earn more money. So he came out. He opened his own clinic, but as a normal doctor. A normal doctor, GP, GP. So, but earning not much. He's still a private doctor, but not much. So he looked around during that time, right? What is in trend? Surgery, facial, a lot of celebrities, right? Facial surgery, bodies for their beauty, yeah. So a lot of this industry came up. So he thought this is a good money. So he changed. He go to earn. He need to study a bit lah. So but he has medical background, so it's easier for him to get the license. So he started from this the normal doctor to aesthetics doctor. It means he can do surgery for people, for beauty, for slimming, all this. Earn a lot of money. Within the first year, he opened his own clinic. Within the first year, he earned his million. First year. And he did it, when he started, he called another doctor who was his schoolmate in uni, who studied medical together. So both of them came in together to set up this industry, aesthetics in a business, earning a lot of money. Greed came, opened bigger, invited more doctors. And during that time, right, a lot of celebrities came to him, because he's the main owner. A lot of celebrities, a lot of 有錢太太 So Sister Paru, 有錢太太, yeah, the rich ladies, the rich, because they have a lot of time, they no need to work. Who earn the money? The husband. So they join together, comparing, yeah, or beauty lah, this lah, that lah. Oh, the nose must be higher lah, the lips are thinner lah, so the face must go up. Oh, already ma, so must do lifting lah, all this. So he had a lot of businesses from these people, and his circle widened, and he mixed around with all these high class people, so-called high class social. Because of that, a lot of entertainment, a lot of the mental is not proper already lah, because a lot of greed come in. Oh, I want to earn more, I want to earn this. And he travel around, bringing people from overseas to his business. Okay. Then, after that, right, a lot of entertainment, a lot of smoking, a lot of drinking, a lot of entertainment. And he seldom go back home. He has married now, but no children. Then, after that, right, he started to feel sick. And after check, right, he had cancer. He was diagnosed with cancer. So what came into mind? Why me? I have done so much. I'm a doctor myself. Why me? So very, very angry with this attitude. Very angry. And now, because initially, right, a lot of money already buy a lot of mansion. But mansion, right, only he and himself only, so who stay? Maid stay. Right? Because the house need to be clean, right? So maid stay, many maid stay. A lot of cars. And he loved what? He loved Ferrari. He loved all the expensive car, sports car. But now he cannot enjoy. Now he had to come back home. At night, cannot go out already, sick already. Then he started go treatment. Then he started to go through thinking, reflection. And he realized, what is money for? Why I earn so much money for? End of the day, I cannot have it. And he was very stingy. He didn't support. He didn't support. When he was having a lot of money, he didn't support charities. Right? And his wife also, his wife didn't help him in the business, but his wife still do his own work. So very humble lady. End of the day, he had to come back. The wife had to attend to him, treat him. End of the day, nobody come to see him. Because why? Only his wife take care of him. He started to realize, end of the day, right, money is for what? I earn so much. I earn for people to leave my house. Mansions are not only house, mansion. And then all the cars all there. And he realized it. I mean, through a period, because he need to go through treatment, he need to go all the suffering himself. Then he realized, he said, happiness didn't come from enriching oneself with what? Money. Neither power. Because when he was top, right, he has a lot of power. And he is influenced a lot, right? He can influence other people to come and join him. He say, hey, good business, you earn a lot of money, you come, join me, yeah. Open more and more, but cannot. Then he realized, he said, during his last day, then he shared, we need to celebrate life with those around us. In this case, right, he is reflecting on his family. Because he didn't spend time with his family also. Every day out, business, entertainment, right? And he said, are you going to make a difference to other people's lives in your lifetime? I think that is more important, you see. Now, I earn a lot of money, but am I helping? Is there a difference, a good difference for others that I can do? This is the words, right, he gave to, because as a doctor, so during his end life, right, he was invited to a university convocation. So he gave this speech to the students. He said, don't follow me. Don't follow me. I am a bad example. Okay? Happiness don't come from earning a lot of money. It's more important what values we bring to our people surrounding us. As a doctor, use our medical compass. He said to them, use our medical compass. What is the medical compass? Love, kindness, care, concern for our patients. Why he said that? Because when he was a medical under housemanship, right? He just treated his patients, right? Like patient in a sense that I need to give you medicine, I give you medicine. I need to check you, I check you. There's no love. There's no real care for the patients. He reflected. When he was treated by other doctors, he reflected, oh, when I treated my patients, I didn't have this love for them. I just do what I need to do. You need medicine, I give medicine. I need to check your heartbeat, I check your heartbeat. Without any love. It's just a chore. He reflected. He said, he himself said that. He said, I reflected when I was a houseman. That was how I treated my patients. Then he reflected and he advised the medical students, use medical compass. It's just GPS, GPS will bring us to the direction. He said, this medical compass must come with the real love, real care, real concern that your patients will recover. And we do it, right, sincerely, not for money. That's his advice to the medical students who are graduating. Last story, 11 o'clock. Okay, this is the prisoner and his advice. I just summarized when I heard this story, I was very touched. This man, he did a lot of bad things. He steal, he rob, he kill, he murder, for whatever bad things he will do. And he in and out the prison, right? Still ready, right? Sentence, go to prison. And then come out, right? He steal again and he go in. Or he murder and he go in. He's robbed and he go in again. So in and out the prison many, many times. Then, during this time, right? You know, prisons, right? Sometimes they have these monks. They go to the prison. Not only monks, they are monks, they are preachers. They have the Muslim one, they will go and give them and talk to them. Talk to the prisoners. So this man, the Buddhist monks talk to him, right? Every time they go, they talk to people, they talk to a group, but then to him, right, this caught him. He suddenly, by listening, he suddenly realized the bad things that he had done, the unwholesomeness that he had done, the harm, the suffering that he had caused others. He realized it, and then he converted himself, and he learned the Dharma very well. And because of that, right? So he started to help. He started in the prison to help the people, the prisoners, to help the wardens also to do whatever that needed. And he started to behave. He started to cultivate himself with the goodness, the sila, the generosity also. And he also meditate, follow the advice of the monks. The monks always come and give them advice. He changed, completely changed from the bad to the good. And he was released. He was released early because of his good behavior. He came out, right? He vowed, he aspired to be just like the monk, the advisor to the prisoners. So he himself also learned. He learned the Dharma, he learned and he practiced, and every now and then he will go in and teach the prisoners and share with the prisoners the reason, the advice for them to do good, bad, to convert themselves from the bad to the good. So this is also initially was started with the roots of greed, hatred, and delusion because of non-understanding. Because of this non-understanding, so a lot of times people can do bad things because of greed, hatred. But with understanding, a lot of impact, good impact can happen. Like in this case, this prisoner. So because of his help with the prisoners, so a lot of them also understand and become good people. So this is a real story of how Dharma can convert in a sense of convert a people from the bad mental to the good mental, and bad behavior to good behavior by understanding. So wisdom is very important, and the wisdom comes from cultivation and mindfulness. Once we understand mindfulness, what is bad, what is good. If our mental state arises, which is towards the bad one, call it give up. Yeah, like what the Buddha said, give them up. We know, oh, this is bad one. Oh, this is greed. You are here, Mara. Please go away. Oh, hatred comes in. Go away. By continuously cultivating ourselves. This is not overnight. That's why the Buddha say gradual. Gradual, if we can do it, we can more diligent, then we can achieve it faster. No? If we are not diligent, we dilly-dally, take our own sweet time, then the result also will be dilly-dally, will come dilly-dally, come in a slow time, right? So it is, this Dharma is true. Long one, but this is what I have mentioned earlier. This is the Buddha mentioned about the Sigalovada Sutta, talking about interconnectedness, the relationship. So what is important relationship? Each and every one of us play our role and responsibilities in our own capacity, whether as a mother, student, right, employer, employee, yeah. So we play our responsibility, and also with the goal in mind, right, to get rid of the roots of greed, hatred, and delusion, and then we follow the Noble Eightfold Path. Get advice from our wise teacher. So the guidance from the Buddha, because the Buddha has a lot of great compassion for us. We are bound to the greed, hatred, and delusion. Sometimes it's through influence. In one of the sutta, right, if I'm not mistaken, is Chakkawatin Sutta. Digha Nikaya 26 or something like that. In the sutta it mentioned, right, actually all of us, right, when it started, when the universe started, right, every one of us is without greed, hatred, and delusion. It's all pure. It's all pure. But over years, 84,000 years, through the years of this universe, right, slowly our mind become deluded. Slowly, deluded by this greed, hatred, and delusion. And once this greed, hatred, and delusion, right, becomes so severe, right, and then this whole universe will be gone. And then the new one will come again with the pure one. No greed, no hatred, and no delusion. They're very, very beautiful, right? No greed, no hatred, no delusion. Everyone will be so peaceful. Everyone is so happy and joyful. Yeah. So, but it can be eradicated. Then our goal towards a pleasant rebirth, gradual progress towards final liberation. Good karma, good rebirth. Bad karma, bad rebirth. So we do it step by step. So we do it step by step. So we have good life, good life, good life, right? Continue to do it. Then slowly, slowly, we will achieve this final liberation, right? Yeah. So how do we do it? How do we avoid this evil? Because in the Dhammapada 183, the Buddha also said, my basic teachings only three. Why? Avoid the evil, right? Cultivate the good, purify the mind. Purify the mind. Then this is all the teachings of the Buddha, of all Buddhas. Right? So purify our mind is very important. Purify our mind, then we will have cultivation of good way of life. And we will be free from this greed, hatred, and delusion. So by every day, right, we observe the 5 precepts. Every day we observe the 5 precepts. So mindfulness is very important. Even a simple, a small insect. Before we do it, this is killing, right? So the mindfulness will help us. This mindfulness is also for us to slowly cultivate our mind. Yeah. And then Brahma Vihara, the Metta, Karuna, always have loving kindness and practice the Dana, Sila, Bhavana, faith in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Faith in that it can happen. It can be done. Have faith and effort, mindfulness, mental cultivation. And once we have this wisdom, then we will be happy. We will be free from all these roots, and we will be peaceful. And that is the peace within me. Once peace with me, this peace will be spreaded with others. It will spread it to the family, spread it to the country, spread it to the whole world. Right? That is how it spreads. Yeah. And the Buddha also say, if we want it, we aspire to have it, we have to do it ourselves. No one can do it for us. No one can enjoy our happiness. If I say I'm happy, I'm very peaceful, can you know what I experience? Don't know, right? Yeah. So it's individual. So individual, we experience it. We have to do it ourselves in order for us to experience it. Yeah. Okay? So I will stop my sharing here, and may peace and happiness be with all of you. Yeah. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.